Wrestling for change. Fighting a way of life in Dagestan. In the rugged Caucasus Mountains of southern Russia lies Dagestan, a republic steeped in a unique and turbulent blend of tradition, religion, and combat. For generations, this region has been known as a cradle of wrestling excellence, producing Olympic champions and world-class fighters. But beneath the surface of gold medals and national pride, there's a more complex story, one where wrestling becomes both a path to glory and an escape from the social and economic hardships that have gripped the region for decades. Dagestan's deep-rooted wrestling culture is almost mythical. Boys grow up grappling on the mats from as young as 5, often in bare-bones gyms with leaking roofs and frayed mats. For many, wrestling is not just a sport, it is a rite of passage. It's how they earn respect, discipline, and, for the few who rise to the top, a shot at changing their lives forever. Yet, in a region plagued by high unemployment, political corruption, and periodic violence, the pressure on young athletes to succeed can be overwhelming. The sport offers one of the only legitimate pathways out of poverty and obscurity in Dagestan. World and Olympic champions such as Abdulrashid Sejalov, Buvasar Satiev, and Zor Yugwev have become national heroes, their success stories celebrated in homes and wrestling gyms alike. These athletes are more than champions, they are symbols of hope for communities struggling under the weight of limited opportunity. Government support for wrestling in Dagestan is substantial, partly because of the international prestige it brings to Russia, but also because it keeps a large portion of young men focused and disciplined in an environment where extremist ideologies have at times found fertile ground. However, wrestling in Dagestan is not immune to the struggles that define the region. Coaches face constant battles with underfunding, inadequate training facilities, and pressure from families who often pin their economic hopes on their sons' shoulders. In some cases, young athletes drop out of school to focus entirely on wrestling, sacrificing their education for a dream that may never materialize. The emotional toll is heavy. For every champion who rises to the top, dozens fall short, many left to confront the harsh realities of life without an alternate plan. In recent years, the allure of mixed martial arts MMA has added a new dimension to the region's combat. Sports culture. Former UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, a Dagestani native, ignited a massive surge of interest in MMA. His journey from the dusty gyms of Makashkala, Atay, to the world's biggest stages has inspired a new generation. Yet, this path too is fraught with risk, requiring years of sacrifice, with no guarantees of safety or success. What emerges is a paradox. Wrestling is both an anchor and a lifeline. It preserves cultural values like toughness, discipline, and honor, while offering an escape from socioeconomic struggle. But it can also reinforce traditional pressures, limit alternative ambitions, and feed into a system that rewards physical excellence more than intellectual or creative pursuits. Despite these contradictions, change is stirring. A growing number of coaches and former athletes are advocating for educational reform within sports academies, mental health awareness for athletes, and increased investment in both academic and athletic infrastructure. Some are working to shift the narrative that success doesn't only come from gold medals, but also from building well-rounded individuals who can contribute to Dagestan's future in multiple ways. Wrestling will always remain a cornerstone of life in Dagestan. But perhaps now, it can also become a catalyst for broader transformation, teaching young men not just how to fight their opponents, but how to wrestle with their place in the world, their identities, and their dreams.